our city's final home.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you.
You need to know you can trust me.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you
really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Yes, and I'm
Jonathan, how could you...
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death.
I'm always here for you.
What do you know of Ascalon?
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather outdo...
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens.
Thank you.
Street corner. The daily routine.
What on earth happened here?
Watch yourselves! This one! Kill it! Get it nice and I shall...
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move. Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am.
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your...
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at...
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean.
It's locked.
These parts will be running completely amok.
Good evening, miss.
Who are you?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy butt?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could...
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless.
Can I see what you have to say?
As long as you have... Foolish girl and her pretty principles.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures.
The boy.
A vampire.
Good evening, sir. Don't you recognize me?
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yeah.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Inebriation aside,
Yes.
take this, then.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to...
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint.
Goodbye.
Should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or...
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who's...
Thank you for your hospitality.
I'm still Tom Watts.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a room.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north.
I believe he returned...
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with...
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would
Goodbye, Miss... Evening, miss. I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan. Dr. Jonathan...
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doc.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me look...
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these.
A man of science? Well,
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throg?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By...
Maybe at least you can tell...
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If...
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Spotted! Watch out!
Tom has so much alcohol. He could keep this district afloat for quite some time. Seems like the guard at Pre-One is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Burn it, boys! Die, burn it! You leech! Eat this! Die, Die, beast! Crush the blade! Take a breath of this!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
See them fancy clothes? This one's... That leads is fast! Back in the crowd!
It's locked. It's locked. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have to...
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of...
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. John...
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the...
And what about you? Working outside.
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton by...
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke...
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is...
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Come now, Lottie.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will...
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers.
I have to see for myself.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your...
It's locked, all right. It's locked. All right. This must be a picture of the bomb explosion Dyson Delaney spoke of. Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace serious.
Did you really think the posters...
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton?
He is a truly inspiring example.
Goodbye.
It's one of them! Step back! He's got eyes on it! He's dead! Go on back to the shadows! Stop! Don't have to start with the darkest order.
Stay back, beast! Faith, brothers! It's done for him. Have no fear, brothers! Away with you! Ah, shit! You paid for that!
It's locked. That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That gate should shut properly now. I cannot enter.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. The hand that crushes all! Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! Next shall see. Slow as a snail! Dictates of Ascalon, and thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle. I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells. Power you cannot comprehend. I shall crush you. Return to your apothecary of demons. Down, stay down.
It's locked, all right. At least one skull escaped Virgil's wrath.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Richard.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you? I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Egon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I...
So is it you that Sean...
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
He was turned and is now a skull.
And why is that? Because he's a skull, he shouldn't be trusted. Who are you to judge?
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was... We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Oh, in London. I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from...
I've so many questions I need to ask you.
I love questions.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question...
Very well, then.
Are you like me?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone?
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed...
Shadows?
The shadows. They heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I...
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing.